Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from our comfy couch here on the outskirts of the internet. This is the Gaming Saloon reviews for September, or no, why did I say September? June 20th, 2021, with your host, Peacemaker2448 and Ramp It Epsilon.
I mean, I don't know why you said that. That's good, a little bit off.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. Was that a wishful thinking or something?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know why I thought September. Anyway, folks, we are on the last 12 episodes of Beast Wars. Three more weeks, and then we are pretty much hoping Shout Factory gives us Ryuki. Or we're on the plan B.
Yep.
And then if we don't have it by then, it's plan C.
And yeah. Because there is no plan D.
Not at the moment, no. But yeah, it is episodes 41 through 40. Did I put the title as 45? Yes, I did. Why did I put it at 45?
It'd be 44.
It is 44.
So, fun fact, you had the title wrong then.
Yeah, I did. The notes are right, the titles are notes are right, the stream is right, but the title of the stream is not right. Because of course it isn't. I can't count.
I mean, numbers are hard.
Yes. But yeah, and also for reference, since these are technically not the correct episode numbers if you're looking at any other version of the series, or any version of the series, this is season 3, episodes 2 through 5. That's probably why I thought it was 5. It was because the last episode is episode 5. But how do you feel going into this batch?
Honestly, I kind of felt a little bit on the lost side because I forgot where we were at the moment. But that immediately changed.
Fair. It didn't help that we only saw one episode of season 3 2 weeks ago. So it's been a while. But yeah, shall we get rolling into the recaps then?
I guess we shall.
Alright, we're gonna kick off with episode 41, Deep Metal. So we're at the new Maximal base, which is a small part of the Axelon, bridge. And it's on a cliff in the volcano that the Ark is in. And they are trying to hook up more or less the Ark to their systems. And it doesn't really work because they're not compatible. It's trying to put a square peg into a round hole, more or less.
Pretty much, yes.
But Rhinox is currently working on this, but in space at this time, we are following a ship that totally doesn't look like this character's vehicle mode soon to be showcased. I don't know if that's on purpose or not.
I mean, probably.
But this Maximal is searching for X against the Maximal High Command's orders because fuck them, more or less. But he runs into a space-time anomaly that also hits him with the the Quantum Surge to give him a transmetal body, and he will get his beast mode when he crashes on the planet soon after. Why this is the case, I don't know, but this is a very convoluted way of getting a new character to just be a transmetal long after that has been the thing of the series.
I mean, yeah.
Also someone who is not on Earth. But back at the maximal base, Inferno and Rampage are ordered to attack the base to see what the defenses are like. And Inferno is in charge, and Rampage could give a shit. So Inferno goes to set up, and then Rampage is like, I sense a disturbance in whatever the fuck the equivalent of the Force is for the Transformers. And more or less feels pretty much a disturbance in the Matrix, even though he's not a Maximal. That his friend, quote unquote, is here, so he goes investigating, leaving Inferno to be summarily squashed by Black Arachne and Silver Bolt, as Cheetor calls in when he spots the ship crashing, and Primal heads out to investigate. So we go back to the water where the ship has crashed, and Cheetor is kind of circling around it to just mark the location while he waits for Primal. When Rampage is like, mine, and shoots down Cheetor. So now Cheetor is in the water while Rampage heads in. The Maximal ship does its scan, and it gives Depth Charge, because I might as well call this person by their name at this point, his beast mode, which is a big old manta ray, and his vehicle mode is a jet that looks like his ship, because this is how it works. But he's got a direction to go look for Rampage, and he does until he comes across Cheetor and then decides to dump him on an island in the middle of the water, and is just like, up, here you go. I'm back to hunting X now. Bye. So he leaves. To go continue searching for Rampage. We come back to the Preds for a little bit, so that Waspinator can be ordered to go scrape Inferno off the rock that he got squished by, and for Quick Strike to go figure out where the fuck Rampage went, while Megatron does nothing.
I mean, Megatron's really good at that.
Yeah.
He can't let someone else do nothing, because, I mean, that's his job.
So we catch up with Depth Charge, and he ends up running into Rampage. The two of them wrestle around. Rampage tries to just strip Depth Charge down to his parts, which is a bit brutal. Also, am I the only one that finds it funny every time Depth Charge talks in his beast mode?
I mean, a little bit.
I don't know what it is, but all the drama, all the seriousness gets zapped out of the scene as soon as this big giant manta ray starts talking.
Fair.
But the two of them tussle about and end up getting on land, where they just crash on the beach. Cheetor and Primal spot this, and Primal's like, Depth Charge, I know that person, but we don't get to it till later. But to continue the fight, Depth Charge ends up grounding Rampage and tries to go kill him, but Quick Strike disables him, but then Quick Strike gets blown up by Primal and Cheetor, and they move to evac Depth Charge because Rampage has ran away, because guess who's surviving to the end of the season? But we go back to Maximal Base now, and we more or less get Depth Charge's backstory of he was on a Maximal colony called Omnicron, and Rampage as X attacked it, wiped it out. Depth Charge was the only survivor, and he he was the one that ended up tracking down Rampage. and brought him in and requested that he be thrown into a sun, more or less, because fuck this asshole, he needs to die. The Maximal High Command decided, no, we're going to give him to the Axelon crew, and they're just going to dump him on a deserted planet. And, well, the series happened. So that's why Depth Charge is here, because y'all fucked up. I'm here to fix your mistake.
Which begs the question, if they're from the... If they're technically from the future, but they're in the past, how does he know they screwed up?
Because Rampage is here and alive.
But who's to say that by the end of the series they could not have changed without his intervention?
Because we're dealing with a very long distance of time at the moment, so I guess
it's one of those. It's like, wait a minute. This is one of those your own grandfather moments where it's like, wait a minute. we introduced time travel and forgot like half of the plot here for a second. Crap.
Well, the problem is that previously we didn't know that a Maximal and Predacon crew would crash on Earth, and by evidence from earlier episode, time is changing and can be altered. So for all they know, they fucked up time in some drastic way. They just don't know it yet.
I mean, they have.
Right.
Like, probably several times over at this point.
Yeah.
It's one of those that I feel like by the time they revealed everything, it might have also been a case of they're like, oh, well, we almost wrote ourselves in a hole, so let's fix this. We can still do that, right?
But yeah, Depth Charge leaves. He doesn't want to be part of the Maximals. He just wants Rampage dead, so he's gonna go hunt him down and kill him. Even though he showed the arc and like, look, we got bigger shit to do. But he's like, nah, I need a murder. I need to kill Rampage. So bye, and he leaves.
Well, you know, he's right. They have bigger things to do. That doesn't mean he has to do them.
Yep. And that's where we end the episode, which takes us to episode 42, Changing of the Guard. So Rhinox is trying to hook up Teletran 1 to their system so they can use Teletran 1's shield and security system for their base. It doesn't work. Square peg, round hole, kind of explosive. So Plan B asks Depth Charge to go recover Sentinel from the remains of the Axelon. They can't find Depth Charge.
That can't go wrong at all.
So they phone in Silverbolt to be like, have you found Depth Charge? And he goes, no. So Plan C. We are going to have Black Arachnia build a small little ball submarine. We're going to stick Rat Trap in it. We're going to dump him in the river where the Axelon fell into, and he's going to go get Sentinel. Rat Trap, of course, doesn't agree with this plan, but too bad, you're the only one that knows where the fuck shit is and can go get and fit. Which, technically, wouldn't Black Arachnia know? She's been in the Sentinel control room.
I mean, yeah, but do we trust her?
Fair.
Because that's kind of what the vibe is right now.
Yeah. So the plan goes through. Silverbolt's the one to drop off Rat Trap into the river, and he's initially scared, but then he's happy, and he's like rowing along because this is a man-powered submersible. And then carnival music starts playing. That's also in universe because Silverbolt hears it on the radio. So Rat Trap's playing this music on purpose?
and or they have managed to, completely screw the timeline up, and now the fourth wall just doesn't exist.
I mean that too. I mean, we have broken the fourth wall several times over in this series, so. And it's also not the first time Rat Trap has looked directly into the camera and went, "Hi, audience, I'm here to make a joke." So, But we soon see that the pair are being spied on by the Predacons, which we don't follow up on for a while. As Rat Trap gets inside, he starts trying to remove Sentinel. The ship moves around. He tries to move towards an exit, and then he's caught by Rampage, who tries to squish him until he gets blown away by Depth Charge, who's like, "Hi, I'm here to murder. Fuck off." And Rat Trap's like, "Hey, I need to grab this thing, and once I do, fucking do whatever you want. I don't give a shit." I love how much Rat Trap at times is just the, "Look, can I just do my thing and leave? Look, I don't want to get caught up in your business."
He has no business with anyone else's business.
Yeah. But the two of them fight, but Rat Trap does manage to grab Sentinel, makes it to the surface. Him and Silverbolt try to leave with it, only for Waspinator to arrive and knock them down. And him and Quickstrike take it. Waspinator runs off with it while Quickstrike delays the Maximals for all of 5 seconds as Rampage's corpse gets thrown on him. Not his actual corpse, mind you, but he gets thrown on him, so the Maximals are now after Waspinator after they argue with Depth Charge for 5 seconds. And then the rest of the episode is a back and forth affair between Waspinator and Inferno and Rat Trap and Silverbolt as they pass back and forth Sentinel until the Maximals almost get away with it, and then Depth Charge just randomly runs into them, giving the Predacon Sentinel, and they run away. The Maximals then get outsmarted. It's because Depth Charge didn't look where the fuck he was going.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, your teammates are your best enemy.
apparently. So back at Maximal Base, everybody's put at Depth Charge until it's like, "Oh, Depth Charge is save Rat Trap," and then Primal's like, "Look, can you at least work with us? You can murder Rampage, but can you please not fuck us over in the process?" And he's like, "Fine, I'll move in and I'll join the team, but Rampage is mine to kill." And they're like, "Fine." But we end the episode proper on the Preds powering up Sentinel that is now protecting their base. So guess whose base is getting blown up next? But that's half our episodes. How'd you feel about these first 2 episodes?
I feel like it sets up more than it actually feels like it's setting up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's one of those I'm more interested in seeing where this all plays, because I have a feeling we pretty much have our what's gonna essentially be the equivalent of Waspinator for the rest of this, as he is clearly only focused on killing Rampage.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have to ask this. Who do you think is surviving of the Maximal crew by the end of the show?
Well, I mean, obviously Primal.
Mm-hmm. Because this
I
is it.
honestly don't know.
Yeah. Because this is it for the Maximal crew, outside of one specific member who is only around for the final 4 episodes, so they don't count.
Yeah, I don't know, honestly.
So what about the Predacon crew? Who lives to see gets to see jail time at the end of the series?
I mean, Waspinator just cause.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah,
I thought
that's one of those. I'm like, that's a good question, because I mean, part of me feels like Megatron probably would, but at the same time, I don't feel like he'd take kindly to jail time, so he probably would rather kill himself.
fair.
I mean, that's why I'm like, I don't know.
I mean, I will say that this show does have a sequel in the form of Beast Machines, but we do not talk about Beast Machines because, it goes places with its premise, and they are not particularly good places. There's a reason when people talk about Beast Wars, it's Beast Wars and not Beast Wars in that other show it's a sequel to. Or those other two Beast Wars shows that have nothing to do with this series but are Japan only and are included. Yes, there are two Japan only Beast Wars series that I think are technically sequels to Beast Wars but have nothing to do with Beast Wars in general. They might as well be their own thing. But anyway, shall we hit the second half?
I guess so.
All right, we kick off with episode 43, Cutting Edge. So, you remember that one human that has Dinobot's hammer from his final episode?
Yes.
Well, he's here with his tribe and his kids? The kids in the tribe? I'm going to say his kids.
Yeah, I know it wasn't ever fully stated, but yeah, I would kind of feel like it's his kids.
Yeah,
Especially seeing as how that's the only kids that are ever seen.
Of the 4 people in this tribe, with 2 guys, a small boy, and a small girl, I guess it's his kids?
Yeah.
Or it's the other guy's kids? Or it's both their kids? I don't know. These people don't stick around long enough for us to get the answer to that question. But anyway, they are attacked by a cyber raptor. It's a raptor with cybernetic implants. You can already see where this plot is going.
Yeah, I could already see the thing that was coming up before it could even happen, because I was like,
Yeah. So, in a scuffle, the kids get separated as the Maximals come in, and I think they destroy the cyber raptor, or they ward it off. But anyway, they come in possession of the kids because the tribe is long gone. So we are stuck with baby humans that we're just going to have around in our base and hope they don't remember anything, I guess. Otherwise, fuck the timeline.
I mean, haven't we pretty much already decided that?
Fair. But back at the base, they see that, like, oh, these are, like, cloned raptors with Cybertronian tech. I guess this is Megatron's doing.
Well done.
He's probably got...
I mean,
who else?
Who else could honestly do this? Oh, I don't know. Maybe the cave people that couldn't even make their own weapon.
I mean, Tarantulas? Question mark?
But he's with Megs?
Yeah, he's not on his own. I guess he decided to join back up with Megatron for a while.
Well, I mean, you join whoever's winning when you're on the bad side.
Fair. Although, I will say, I know of at least one cut episode from this series. And it actually takes place after, I think, this batch. Like, immediately after this batch of episodes we watch. But I don't know if there's any more cut episodes.
So,
but I feel...
wait, it was supposed to be a 3-parter?
Technically, the episode I'm thinking of is a follow-up episode. I'll get to it once we're done with these 2 episodes. It was a one-off episode, more or less.
In the middle of a 2-parter, though? Because you said after this batch.
Oh, okay. After the 2-parter. My bad. After the 2-parter.
That's what I was kind of getting at.
Look, it's only important. It's only relevant to like what happens in like the first part of the first half of the 2-parter. So.
Okay. I didn't want you to screw up and say something and then be like, "Oh, yeah, right, we haven't done that yet."
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, the Maxwells are stuck with the kids. Rat Trap is walking around the base and finds Black Arachnia, I guess, in a classified area of the wreckage of the Axelon that has maximal intel in it that she's looking at. And
that, you know, has this extremely loud alarm anytime someone opens or shuts the door. It's one of those that's like, really, guys? No one else?
And she's not even acting like she's sneaking around. She's just like, oh, just got this and just gonna go look at stuff. And
yeah,
like, she's not...
She wasn't even trying to hide it when Fedor spotted her.
Yeah.
I mean... I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know what Rat Trap's talking about later in the episode where she's like, oh, she's looking at top secret information. And I'm like, what? The top secret information you let her have access to? That you let her in?
Yeah.
That she's just casually walking in and out of?
It's not like later where she's actually, you know, being deceptive.
Right. But anyway, the kids run into her, make her drop the intel, and then Cheetor is like, ah, hey, you're here. And he tries to hit on her because we're trying to introduce a love triangle between Cheetor, Silverbolt, and Black Arachnia for some stupid reason in the show.
Because that makes sense.
I think it's just because of the 2-parter, but we'll get there. But she more or less is like, no, I'm spoken for. And by I'm spoken for, I mean Silverbolt is spoken for. No. Because we know who wears the pants in that relationship.
Yep.
And
it is clearly not our heroic bird dog.
Yeah. Like, I am sorry, Cheetor. She's very much like, no. I am with Silverbolt. I am making the conscious choice to be with him. You have no chance, sir. Goodbye. But anyway, her and Cheetor get assigned to take the kids back to the tribe. And since they apparently they don't have scanners that can find organic life, which wouldn't the thing that they use to scan for their beast modes work?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're saying the thing too.
But okay, we have to keep them on the ground. That way the Cyber Raptors can attack them.
I mean, I get that part of it, at least.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it would make more sense if they wanted to keep it on ground, that it would be like Black Arachnia and Rat Trap. But then you have Rat Trap, who's like the most competent person on the team. So he'd solve this in 5 seconds. So we can't have that.
I mean,
and we got to set up a thing for Cheetor, so... But anyway, she's reluctant but agrees, so the 4 of them head out, and Megatron spots them along the way, and is just like, ah, yes, I must attack them! Send the Cyber Raptor after them! So, the Cheetor is flying around the boy. The girl actually tries to imitate Black Arachnia doing stuff, And Cheetor points out, it's like, oh, she looks up to you. And Black Rain is like, no. do you I am the last person you need to model yourself after, a small child. No. But to be fair, she is the most competent person in this episode. Of the two of them.
Fair.
But anyway, after this, they end up attacked. Cheetor tries a fancy move and gets blown off a cliff, which leaves Black Ratnia just going, well, I could either run away and just say fuck it, or I can do my job and save these kids and get them away and you evac us to a safer location. All in one move without taking damage. I guess plan B. Which she does, because of course she does. She fights off the raptor, then immediately jumps the kids off the cliff with her safely to the ground so that the four of them can leave another direction because the raptor can't follow them down this big ass cliff. Again, Black Arachnia is really competent. You know, not to get in the Beast Machines, but I have to feel like if you don't count the events of Beast Machines, I feel like her and Rat Trap, like, post-series would be, like, the two people who would still work.
I mean, fair.
And would be still doing shit, because they know what the fuck they're doing. But anyway. After this, more get deployed with Tarantulas assisting them with his new Cyber Venom gun. But most of the Preds end up attacking the Maximal base because by this point, Primal has left with Silverbolt, leaving Rhinox and Rat Trap as the only ones guarding the base because Depth Charge is busy elsewhere, I guess, for the moment. So while they're attacking the base, Black Randy and Cheetor get attacked by the Raptors and Tarantulas. Primal and Silverbolt are ready to help, but they're both quickly knocked out. Primal by the Cyber Venom that more or less makes him drunk. But Maximals on both ends are have their backs in the corner until the human with the hammer arrives and he knocks out the raptor by hitting it in the big red button area on its back. And it's like, oh, we should have shot that before. So they shoot that, and then the raptors go crazy and they take out the Predacons.
and he kind of, wins the day because, that would have been smart to have figured that out earlier.
Yep, so, yay! But back at the Maximal base, Depth Charge shows up, fights off the other Predacons. They fuck off and leave. So win-win all around. The kids are back with the tribe. Everyone's safe. Black Arachnia just fully shuts down Cheetor's advances of just like, no. You are dumb, but you are not the right kind of dumb I want to deal with in a relationship, so no.
I can't
leaving. Yeah. But we end the episode with Megatron going, well, the plan failed, but I got to test out my new Transmetal 2 stuff. So, yay! You can see where this is going.
Mm-hmm.
Which takes us to episode 44, Feral Scream Part 1. So, in a canyon, Megatron and Waspinator have recovered a Maximal Stasis Pod. That is a blank stasis pod, mind you. Doesn't have a spark in it. They're carrying it, run into Primal and Cheetor. Both of them get disabled, mostly by Cheetor accidentally shooting Primal. Because, oops, gotta fuck up some more.
I mean, you gotta have some kind of a screw up.
Yep. Primal orders Cheetor to, leave and get back up. Because Depth Charge also drops by to be like, hey, is Rampage around here? Because my sensors say he's around here. And everyone's like, he's not here. And he's like, fine, but I'm still gonna look. Bye. And then Cheetor's like, I know what I'm doing. I'm a competent person. I'm going to go save the day instead of calling for backup. as Primal drives away injured. But over to Megatron, he is beginning his experiment to create a Transmetal 2 Transformer using the blank protoform, cells from Dinobot, and the partial, I guess, apparently the partial spark of Rampage that he has had in the Energon clamp thing that he's been using to torture Rampage with for half the season.
Even though I thought that actually was his spark, because I'm almost positive it made that comment at some point.
It also looks like a whole spark instead of half a spark, but whatever.
So can't be consistent.
Fair. But doing all of this makes a Transmetal 2 a Transmetal 2 Raptor that is now Dinobot 2, or Dinodos, as I'll probably call him from here on out, just to make it simpler in the notes.
Also,
even though I didn't.
I so love that, you know, Megs does this with his faithful companion, Igor. I mean, Waspinator. Because I swear that's what they were going for.
It is. Waspinator's gone full Igor for this Frankenstein reference. I don't know why, but I guess Igor's... Okay, not Igor. Waspinator's just in the mood. He's just like, wait, we're doing this whole experiment to bring someone alive. I know about this Frankenstein movie. I want to be Igor. I want to be Igor.
It's sad as that actually feels like something he would do.
Yeah. So we have Transmetal 2 Dinobot, which introduces to Transmetal 2s, which they're the only thing about Transmetal 2s is they are more mechanical than, or they're supposed to be more of a mix of mechanical and biological, even though Dinobot 2 doesn't show that, or Dinodos doesn't show that. But that's what they're supposed to be. But they also lack a vehicle mode, so it's just the robot mode and a beast mode. It seems regressive from Transmetal 1s, but apparently you get supernatural powers. Supposedly. We don't get a lot of time with this concept, so meh. I guess you're kind of just meh on this as well.
Yeah. I feel like it's kind of a... It's one of those I know why it's introduced. Toy sales.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I'm like, there's not really a point in this.
Mm-hmm. Also, Megatron just has this specifically this alien Transmetal 2 driver.
Yeah, that just magically materialized out of thin air.
Right. And like I said, the cut episode I know about takes place after this two-parter. Not before, after. So we have no idea where the fuck Megatron got this alien artifact that upgrades Transmetals into Transmetal 2s. All we know is, oh, he was working on tech and now he has an alien artifact.
Again.
Fucking I don't know. But anyway, Dinobot 2 takes out Depth Charge when he shows up, and Depth Charge's like, you smell like Rampage. I hate you. Also, Dinobot Dose. I need to call him Dinobot Dose. Dinobot Dose does have Dinobot's original voice actor, so...
So
I
technically Dinobot's not dead?
I will get there.
Yeah. Fully expected that response.
Yeah, it's partially the cut episode and partially the finale with a single line that brings in a lot of questions. Or a thing in the finale that's just like, what? So we'll get there. Anyway, Dinodos takes out Depth Charge and Cheetor, but Cheetor manages to get the Transmo 2 driver, passes the depth charge before he gets blasted into the spire thing that was used to create Dinodos and gets electrocuted by it and seemingly dies in the explosion that knocks everyone away. And depth charge takes a piece of Cheetor's body to Primal as proof of like, hey, your buddy's dead. He fought hard. I need to go scan this thing I have. Bye.
That I'm not telling you about.
Yeah. But yeah, he finds out, tries to scan a driver. That's when we find out it's alien and this, that, and the other. And he's like, well, fuck this, and tries to chuck it into lava. But Black Arachnia is spying on him and rescues it and takes it for herself for things we'll get to later. But we check in with Cheetor as he survived, but he has a green energy glowing around him now. That's totally not suspicious given the next scene. But at the Predacon base, we find out that Dinobots, or Dinodos, can squeeze the spark and injure Rampage. So Rampage is still in check. But they go out to try to recover the driver from depth charge, who they capture very quickly, and try to get him to be like, where's the driver? And he's like, I threw it in lava. And they're like, oh. So they're angry about it, and they're going to kill him until a roar of a cat is heard. And then there's this strange cheetah-like transformer, presumably, that's surrounding the air, that's surrounding them.
That magically no one knows who it is.
Yeah. So it attacks the Predacon.
It's moments like that I feel like, wow, you guys really are that dumb, huh?
Like no, it's Tigertron. It's totally Tigertron. That's the twist. It's Tigertron. It's not.
But it's one of those, I'm like, seriously, guys? Seriously?
Guys, you only know of 2 cat transformers on this planet. You know that no other pods survived that had sparks. Who the fuck do you think this is? It's clearly Cheetor. Spoilers, it's Cheetor.
I mean, is that really spoilers?
If you're up in row Z and you can't tell, so yes.
I mean, I kind of feel like that's not. That should be well known.
Yeah, it takes out the Predacons, saving depth charge, but it runs away when Primal arrives. Primal saves depth charge. They head back to base. Primal's like, I wonder who that might be. And Primal seems to be like, is that Cheetor? It has to be Cheetor, right?
Like, Primal figures it out. Except for, I think, the thing that happens at the end kind of throws him for a loop.
Yeah, because the alarms at the base sound off, and then Cheetor shows up in his regular form, injured. Like, help, I'm dying. He just collapses, and that's the end of the episode.
Like, at least with Primal, it's pretty understanding that it kind of threw him for a loop. Someone he thought is dead is on his doorstep. Yeah, that would screw with you.
On his doorstep, and not how I saw him last time after I thought he was dead, so what the fuck? So, yeah. So how'd you feel about these 2 episodes?
A little aggravated we hit yet another cliffhanger before we finish the show.
Yeah. Damn this show's pacing. So, Okay, the cut episode I know about takes place after this two-parter. Because guess who finds out about Dino Dose and is very pissed off about it?
Who?
Rat Trap.
Makes sense.
Guess what he decides to do?
I don't know how crazy he would actually go.
He attempts to, I believe, go behind enemy lines, get to Dino Dose, download Dinobot's data tracks into Dino Dose, thereby reviving Dinobot.
I don't know how I feel about that.
The thing is, he doesn't succeed. It's still Dino Dose by the time he's done.
Yeah, but I don't know how I feel about the idea of that could be a thing.
Right. Well, let's just say there is a plot hole in the finale that doesn't make, that this supposedly solves. This cut episode solves. But we're like 7 episodes away from that, so I can't talk about it. So we'll get there. That's the only reason this cut episode gets brought up at all, really, is because of the finale of the series and the plot hole. But any other thoughts on these other 2 episodes?
No.
Good episodes all around. I'm enjoying Beast Wars again for like the 3rd or 4th time at this point. Excuse me. Anywho, Thursday is probably the last day of Infinite Fusion, because I've also realized that with the things that are coming out on the Switch that I want to do, this whole 13 games idea is not going to last very long because I'm switching over to that stuff. Oops. Thanks, Switch, for having stuff that I want to stream.
I mean, it's not its fault it's a good console. Oh, wait, it is.
Yeah. Because, like, in the next month, I'm going to start the Grace Age 30 Chronicles, and that probably will take me to October, where I'm probably going to do Metroid Dread.
I'm still not fully sure if I'm going to pick it up or not.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know if this is going to be a Thursday thing or secretly a Friday thing if you pick it up, so...
I mean, part of me kind of does, but I don't know if I want to play a 2D Metroid or not is kind of the big thing.
Yeah. And, like, I don't know if that would take 2 months to beat at the pace I normally go for my streams, but if it does, that takes me to January with Arceus, and I'm definitely doing Arceus on stream.
I mean, duh.
Yeah. So, yeah, this whole 13 games idea is more or less in between major stuff. It's long-term booking. But yeah, Friday is us doing Overcooked 2 and being very bad cooks.
Maybe.
And maybe. Saturday will be a multiplayer thing of some kind, and that brings us around to the penultimate look at Beast Wars. So if you like what you're seeing, drop a follow. Really appreciate it. Chipping away at the affiliate goal. @TGZone on Twitter gets you updates when we're live. And an exclamation point Discord and chat. Get your Discord link. Drop by. Say hi. See you Thursday, folks.